in. Just anytime you feel like you want to say something, and you will be sort of like, allowed. So hear the broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that it is brunch time again with Maiyegun live. Yesterday in Katsina, in a local government area called the Faskari local government area, the Nigeria government and some northern governors, they organized what they call the peace parley between the deadly Fulani terrorists and the northwest of Nigeria. So it was meant to be all the terrorists from the northwest, like all this Katsina, Sokoto, maybe not, partly Kaduna, and all those areas. So they were to come together and make peace with the terrorists. It won't be the first. It won't be the second. It, in fact, won't be like the 100th times peace meeting with the terrorists. But you don't make peace with terrorists. The reason why Nigeria continue to offer peace rather than, justice against these terrorists is because their sponsors are those in government. It is as simple as that. So they called a peace meeting. The terrorists who have been killing, kidnapping, and burning down communities. Their leaders came out. Adobayero was there. Another one called Babanla or something was there. Most of the wanted terrorist leaders, they were there with their own team, fully armed, by the way. Another ridiculous thing you will notice in this show of shame of the criminals in charge of Nigeria is that they are willing to organize peace talk with armed terrorists. But when it comes to the activists that are peacefully protesting and demanding for the rights of the people, right? Or demanding that the government should be responsible, then this military, these security guys, that is the time you get to know that, oh my God, so Nigerian police have all these weapons. Nigerian military, they have all these weapons because they are getting ready to face unarmed citizens regular. But when it comes to the terrorists, you know what they do? They disarm themselves. They don't go to such meetings with not even ordinary pen knife. They are not allowed. While the terrorists, in the full glare of the public, the camera, everybody, media, they will be brandishing their different, weapons. Because those who are supposed to put them either on the ground or put them in the ground or in the prison are there to negotiate for peace. So that's what they did in Katsina. And this was just after over 30 people were slaughtered in a mosque, right? So they called them and they were there to state their demands for peace. Nobody told us what the demands were. They just said they've signed a peace accord. The terrorists will no longer kidnap them. The terrorists will no longer kill them. And this was less than 24 hours ago. Then just between last night, and this morning, the terrorists have struck in about 3 to 4 different places in the area where they just made peace talk. They just had a peace talk. And just as they were walking away from the peace talk, they decided to take some what do you call that one? The spoil of the war, the spoil of the peace. So in Zamfara local government area in Zamfara state, it has now been reported that the terrorists struck again. They have kidnapped 40 people so far, as been accounted for. 40 people were taken from their own morning devotional prayer, what you call that, early morning prayer in the mosque. This is not even like them we're laying the infidels now. So it seems that everybody is a fair game to the terrorist. As you can see, this one is called Adobayero, right? And let me see if I can get this Adobayero, the way they have presented him, right? The way they presented Adobayero, they made him look like he's one folk hero. He himself controls the vast majority of the northwest and northeast when it comes to the Fulani terrorism in that axis. His mode of operation is so similar to that of the Boko Haram as well. He is so notorious. But at the same time, he seems just like a local folk hero, so to say. This guy sent his own mom, his wife, sent them to Mecca. The government of Nigeria, they were aware of that. Like he still kind of like live normal, like he's a normal person. He has slaughtered both military, police, NSA, DC, name them, the civil defense. He's got the list of the soldiers he's killed. They've declared him wanted, but this will be the second time in 2 months that he's appearing at the peace talk. He's even looking like a Tambua, before Tambua became a billionaire. You know Tambua? Yeah, it looks like the Métis, Tambua that is selling Métis. But as you are looking at him, he's a multi-billionaire. When I say multi-billionaire, this guy alone, from what we gathered, Adobayero, at least control more than 30, he alone controls more than 30% of the terrorism industry in Nigeria. Do you understand what that means? So if they say the terrorism business or industry in Nigeria is now a multi-billion dollars industry where people are kidnapped at will and ransoms are paid, right, in tens, if not hundreds of millions. Adobayero alone has managed to get payouts, like cash out, from more than 4 northern state governors just buying peace. And on every occasion, he's reneged. At a point, they even wanted to kill him in Katsina. He escaped. Remember when he came out for one piece deal like that? There's another one, right? This one too is another deadly terrorist. They call him Babanla or something. Let me go check the name. Right? Baba something. Don't mind me. Oh, I get sometimes I don't hear. It's what is his name again? Yeah. So his real name is Makama Ishia Washen Garwa. I don't even know where he came from, right? So he's been operating in the axis of, like Katsina, Kaduna, Taraba, Yobe, Jigawa, all those axes like that. So he's prominent there. So they brought him out for peace talk too. But guess what? They came, they saw, and they walked away with several other victims. Why are you having peace talk with terrorists? Is the big question that you should be asking. And remember, when El Rufaya, Kaduna Littlefinger, said that the mode of, or should I say the model plan that Ifnumbu's NSA, Ribadump, the model plan they have for security, to securing Nigeria, is this non-kinetic thing, but pretty much like offering money to the terrorists. That those terrorists who have accepted their pay means the government can control their operation. For example, hey, guys, don't go here, don't go there, kind of. But here is the money. They were being paid. That's what Erufaya said. And the government went into a straight meltdown. Why would they say that? Where is the evidence? Where is this? The evidence is that these kind of peace meetings are not convened. They are not called without the blessing of the national security advisor, your president, Rebadom. Because their own is that if they can pay as many of them as possible not to attack, they can control the attacks. They don't have any plan of crushing the terrorism per se. Because doing so is practically going to pit them against the real sponsor of the terrorism, who are indirectly also are the backers of the APC, Egbekegbe. I've given instances many times, all right? And I probably don't even have to anymore. But when you have a situation where terrorists can waltz into the town in their numbers, because they have been guaranteed that nobody will touch them. You get that now? And they drove into town majestically, fully armed. And of course, Nigeria kept her promise because the terrorists will promise them for peace. Do you know that the ungoverned areas in Nigeria are the areas that are still pretty much currently still have Nigerians who are living there? They have not left. They are still there. They have nowhere to go. They are currently living under the rulership of these terrorists, and your government is aware of that. They are so aware of it enough that your government practically actually advises you that there are some ungoverned areas. That is not a media creation. In Nigeria, the terrorists have gained so much ground across the northern part of Nigeria, battling them so much in the middle belt part of Nigeria, while others have advanced even deeper into the southern part of Nigeria, ungoverned areas. Areas where you will never see policemen, you will never see military, you will never see any security official, you won't see government presence. They've all fled. People living in these communities are now paying taxes to the terrorists controlling their own area for peace. Do you know something? Despite that, majority of them have been under this kind of terror-led leadership inside Nigeria for years. The terrorists still kill them at will. Yeah, to send a signal to other villages that they still blame them. The terrorists actually blame them that they are informants whenever the Nigeria military, right, comes for them. Mind you, coming for them in itself, right, is also subjective, meaning Tifnombu's gang are not really interested, like Boko Haris, they are not interested in ending any problem. What they want to do is, manage it. Managing a problem means you can be seen to be doing something when you are doing nothing to end the problems. So in the process, they create more problems and they have more problems to manage, while the people are their direct victims whose lives have become so cheap that your criminal politicians don't even feel any whim whenever a life is lost. Yeah. So the terrorists are giving conditions and the criminals in power are willing to offer them, give them as many yards as possible. You get that now? While at the same time pretend to be doing something. Oh, for example, they caught, Boko Haram, I'm sorry, Boko Haram, and Saru's two leaders. Oh, that must be great. They were caught in another West African country. Oh, that's great. How is that now impacting the real terrorists that are terrorizing the people? Here is another twist, though. They brought something, they called it Operation Safe Corridor. I've been talking about that for years. And guess what? Tifnumbu has continued with that same package for terrorists. Operation Safe Corridor simply means whenever terrorists want to come and have their own cash out or whatever you, all they have to do is just to say, give us the Quran, and we say we won't do it again. And all of their sins are forgiven, gone. Then we said, okay, if terrorists who repented, somebody, whether you were recruited as a child against your will, or I don't know, but you have actually carried weapons, arms against the innocent people of Nigeria on behalf of these terrorists, right? So if you are actually giving up being a terrorist in the name of that Quran that they are using to swear for them, right? In the name of that Quran, if you are being honest that you are out of it completely, the next you should do is to at least give the authorities a useful information or useful information that they can use in neutralizing others who are yet to. It is only in Nigeria you will see these rogues from Borno to Niger to Katsina to Sokoto to all these, terror zones, Zamfara. That's why you're going to see some of these, rogues tell you that over 300,000 Boko Haram terrorists repented. Yet, there is no single information from the 300,000 repentant terrorists. Not a single information on how they can end the terrorism. Because the plan is not to end it. The plan is not to. So peace meeting with terrorists in itself is so easy when they come around to tell you that they don't negotiate with a terrorist, but openly they are celebrating what they called the repentant rehabilitation of the repentant terrorist. Like what the heck? While these terror leaders, right, have become kind of like celebrities of their own, ragtag terrorists, that somehow politicians and community leaders have their contacts. If they want peace meeting, they know how to reach them and call them out. If they want to, so 40 people were taken from Safe local government area this morning by the supposed terrorist peace talk attendees. And it's not just that. We have other attacks that have been reported in the last 24 hours. There is, I think somebody even put a list out. Yeah. They abducted 4 farmers into Numoriki in Zamfara just overnight. While they also kept, the security guys are busy too. According to this report, the security, the military, they repelled their attack, right? And then they rescue kidnapped victims somewhere in a place called the Sabon Masalashi village in Ketare ward of Kankara local government. That's it, local government area. And that is in Katsina. The same place they had meeting. The same state where they had peace meeting, right? They still went on to go and kidnap people. Okay, they were rescued, repelled. All right. Somewhere in Tudumoriki, after Tudumoriki, they went on again, right? To kidnap another 12 people again in Zamfara. This is different from those they kidnapped from the Moscow, right? Let me go and check the area. The area is called Godai village in Bukuyum local government area in Zamfara. All of this in the last less than 24 hours ago that they had a peace meeting. Again, here. Oh, okay. I think that's pretty much of that. In Kirby, the military also had to kind of like repel them too. People where they come back from peace meeting, trying to get the list, right? In that same Faskari where they had peace talk, few hours after the peace talk that they said was successful, they staged an attack. An attack to kidnap people. So how many of these do you really think those who claimed to have security report, intelligence report, and all of that about the place, trying to protect Nigeria, how many of such attacks or these do they need to witness before they realize that they are not protecting you? They are aiding, encouraging, aiding and abetting these terrorists. As long as they can be under their control and let them know what they are doing, maybe they can remain terrorists. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir. Abba, how are you?
I'm good, Maiyegun General.
This is probably like a nearly midnight in Japan. Is it Japan?
No. I'm calling from Ireland.
Oh, bless you. How come your number looks like that? Anyway, how are you, Baba?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I'm good. Maiyegun, very happy to speak with you
It's a pleasure,
because
Baba.
I've been trying many times to get you, but it's very difficult.
I'm
Number
working on it
one,
now. Please.
yes, sir, yes, sir. Number one, I want to thank you for your program. Your program has been wonderful, to
Thank
be
you.
honest. And
Thank you.
in fact, I've exchanged your program